What's going on, guys? Repairs and reviews here. Going to be reviewing the Lansky sharpening system. This is the 5-stone. Let me see here. This is the 5-stone. This is what I originally got. The 5-stone sharpening system. It's just the regular stone. It came with. No, it didn't come with this mount. I added this mount. It came with this. This is the clamp, and they claim that you can hold this as you sharpen a knife. Nah, screw that. Get the stand and mount it to a good base. I've mounted this to a block of wood. Very heavy. Does not go anywhere. Goes right on here like that. Just like that. When I'm ready to flip it over, just raises right up, flips right on over. You might be wondering what the electrical tape is for. It came with little pads on here, and you can see right there some glue. The little rubber pad and I saw this on other people's videos, they complained about the rubber pad moving. You can clamp it as tight as you want. And this didn't come with it, but this is my, it fits perfectly. This is my flat head to tighten this down. When they tighten this down, you can tighten it as tight as you want to, and you could tighten that, which gives it a little extra. The rubber, the glue where it was glued rubber to, I think this is aluminum, where it was glued together actually developed some play. So as I'm clamping this and I'm trying to sharpen it, it started moving, and that's gonna affect your angle. That's gonna affect the way it sharpens. That's gonna affect the final product. So I ripped that crap off. Electrical tape, it's gonna clamp down. It's not gonna have enough to really move, and it's not gonna damage your blade. Like you can see, this is coated in black. Does not show any damage. I've sharpened this one. Of course, this one looks like crap anyway. This is one of my oldest Kershaws, one of my favorites. Does not damage the finish. Electrical tape, good enough. So that's the small little upgrade that I made to the system. It does come with the honing oil. So when you buy the 5-stone system, this is what you get right here. You do not get the base. You need to get the base. Highly recommend the base. You don't want to be holding this. You don't want to put it in a vise and damage it. Get the base. It's only like 10 or 12 bucks. It goes with the system. Why they didn't just include it in with it, I don't know. But get the base. The base is great. This is, and they have different versions of this. You can get a 3-stone system, I think. This is the 5-stone. It has the extra coarse, the coarse, the medium, the fine, and the extra fine. And the extra fine is like almost like a polishing stone. You don't even feel any grit, but it works great. Just this system here will do anything you want to do. I have since added some extras. I needed to repair one of my knives, and I think it was this one. This is my oldest Kershaw. This one was beat all to hell. I have took this places, had it sharpened. Don't know what kind of crap they're using. I know Cabela's use some sort of automatic sharpener, and they just ran it through. Well, they ruined my blade. It was great. It was sharp for like 2 weeks, and it just crapped out on me, and I'd never been able to get another edge on this knife to last at all until I found this system. So this one needed some heavy repair, and you're going to be cranking on this thing a long time if you're just using the extra coarse stone, which it'll work, but I highly recommend getting some extras. Upon the extras that I got, I think I got 4 or 5 came in this pack. I think it's 5, LS5, so I think it was 5 of them. I think I got it on Amazon. It's 5 extra rods, so you don't have to sit there and constantly remove and change and swap all the rods, because you're supposed to keep these flat on a table. It's supposed to be completely straight, just like that. And if it's off or bent, or you disturb it and don't put it back exactly right, that's going to affect the sharpening. So I got some extra rods to go with these extra added stones that I got. Well, this is a stone. This is actually the extra coarse diamond stone. And when I say I needed to fix this knife, I mean, there was chunks. It was all uneven. I'd have been here for days trying to do that with the extra coarse. Just the regular extra coarse. So I got the extra coarse diamond. Read the reviews. They said if you need to completely change the angle, completely redefine your blade, this is the one you want. This is the extra coarse diamond. You can see it right there. This will completely just wipe it clean. Whatever crap is on the blade, whatever nicks, anything that you've got, that will wipe it clean, and then you can start fresh. And you do this, and you pay attention. You don't want to take too much off. Do it equally on both sides. So once you clamp this in, and just keep on going. This is a review. This isn't a how-to. So if you'd like me to sharpen a knife, let me know. But the review, carrying on, you start with this, you do it equally on both sides, then you come down, you do this, you do that, and you just make your way on down. And this is the leather strop. It is a very smooth piece of leather. It definitely makes a difference. It doesn't appear to be much of anything, really, but it makes a difference. When I'm done and I'm polishing this with the extra fine stone, and I think I'm done, I grabbed the leather strop, which I think I bought it the same time as the set. That one, it was cheap. I think it was like $10. So I got that and used that, and it put a mirror edge on these knives, and I've used these since I've sharpened them. This one especially. This is probably one of the first knives I sharpened. It's definitely still sharp. I've been carrying this one, which I haven't had to sharpen this knife all the way up until recently. This was brand new, December 2015. I got it for Christmas from my wife. It is the S30V Kershaw Blur. It has held an edge great. I cannot complain at all about this blade, but in my line of work, you're gonna mess some stuff up. So it was starting to get dull. I could see, the wear, and I messed the point up on this section right here. It was starting to get a little rough. It wasn't 100% sharp anymore. So I actually sharpened that one probably last week. It wasn't a week. I sharpened this one, shoot, I probably had the sharpening system probably 6 months or more. And it is definitely the most effective and affordable sharpening system that you can get. I'm not trying to buy a $300 sharpening system. That's just not in my budget. I would love to probably have a $300 sharpening system, but it's not practical for me. I think this set here was, and don't quote me on this, I got it 6 months ago, so I got it all on Amazon except for this. I think I bought this on eBay because the Amazon one said it was plastic, and I didn't want a plastic one. I wanted the aluminum one. This was like $11, $12. This system right here in the little box, and I think it came with 4 rods, was $45, $50, if that. So there we go, we got that. This was like $10, and I want to say this was probably the most expensive one. The extra coarse diamond was like $15, $18, something like that. So for less than $100, you've got to, and this was cheap. This was like $5, $6 for the package. For less than $100, you're going to get some amazing results with this. And just to show you, I have not sharpened this knife pretty much since I've got it. I sharpened this one last week, I said, And these are good quality knives. This is the Kershaw Blur. All three of these are Kershaw Blurs. This is the S30V version. Just to show you what it can do, I got a charade. This was a freebie at Christmas time on the tool truck. They gave it to me for spending god awful amounts of money, you know, make me feel better about my purchases. He gave me this $9.99 knife here, I guess. But just to show you, it will sharpen high quality, mid quality, and cheap AutoZone kind of, you know, $10 special knives. So I don't really have that thin a paper to do these tests. We're going to go ahead and use this. This is an instruction manual for a Dynaglow kerosene heater. So we're going to go ahead and show you. We'll start with the high quality knife. This is an S30V. It was sharpened last week. Just like that. This one right here, sharpened 6 months ago and has been used heavily. This one has been used heavily too, just in the week that I did it. I mean, it's definitely been used. It's not fresh. This one, mid-grade knife, not that expensive. Sharpened 6 months ago, still has an edge. Now on to the cheap charade. This is probably a very cheap steel. I mean, it is a nice knife, don't get me wrong, it's nice. But it's very cheap steel. We're gonna see what this one does. This will make cheap knives feel like they're high quality, expensive knives. I mean, it's just ridiculous how nice and sharp you can actually make these knives with the sharpening system. And I'm not going to use this one. I haven't used this knife enough to even sharpen it. This is my Safe Queen. I love the Tonto blade. I've had this knife. There's a date code on it. You probably can't see it. It says January 2009. I love this knife. It stays in my safe. For whatever reason, I bought this knife because I heard they weren't going to make these anymore. So I ran to the store and I got this as a backup to this one, because I heard they weren't going to make them anymore. So stupid me, what, 8 years later, they're still making them. So this has been my Safe Queen. I haven't needed it. This has been my carry knife since, shoot, 2008. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Kershaw Blur. My favorite knife of all time. Sorry about that. My camera likes to shut off right at like the 12-minute mark, and I don't know why. But I will summing it up anyway. If you want to see me sharpen a knife and hopefully make a decent video on it, there's others out there. But if you'd like to see me personally sharpen a knife and take you through each one of these, the diamond stone, the extra coarse, the medium, the fine, the extra fine, and stropping it. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I got this too. This has nothing to do with Lansky. This is actually a cheap piece of crap that was shipped like directly from China, but it was like $6. I have it hanging on a post on my workstation over here. It's literally right behind the camera. That is my strop after I strop. And I actually got, let's see if I can get it here. I actually bought the brick of like polishing buffing compound. I got that. I had no idea this brick was this big. How in the hell am I going to use all this? This, I hope it doesn't go bad, because this is going to last me a lifetime. I'm not going into business for sharpening knives, but thanks for the pound block, guys. I think I got that from Amazon. It definitely puts a nice mirror finish on it. I'm just going to try and zoom in. I don't know if it'll do it holding. Let me see. I'll try and get a nice... It's going to be difficult. It's a nice mirror polish. It's not crazy like some of the guys I see on here. That Apostle P guy, kudos to you for all the knife sharpening you do. I mean, shoot, I wish I could get him as pretty as you. I still don't understand the double edge or the double angle that you do. You know, it's not as good as you. Have no idea how you get it that nice, but this thing will shave the hair off your arm, and it looks okay. You know, it's not the cleanest, but this sharpening system here will sharpen whatever you've got. It will shave the hair off your arm, and I have no complaints. Other than it didn't come with enough rods. I think it came with 4 rods, and you needed 5. So I was constantly swapping one of these rods. It might have came with 5, I can't remember. Anyway, I needed to add an extra rod, because when you buy the strop, that's my complaint. When you buy the strop, when you buy the extra stone, it doesn't come with a rod. Why would you do that? I don't know. Anyway, like I said, if you got any questions, if you want to see me sharpen one of these knives, let me know. And thanks for watching. This is Repairs and Reviews. Thank you very much.